Welcome everybody to another Demajen Plays Shadowbringers video. The Final Fantasy XIV narrative experience. Except I don't know what kind of narrative this is going to have. I was going to start this video about 2 hours ago. That was my plan. And then I very quickly realised that the quest giver wasn't there. I thought, why is the quest giver not there? I've done the prerequisite quests, haven't I? So I went to the lodestone. I looked at what the prerequisite quests are. It's like, complete Shadowbringers. Yes. Complete the Orban Monastery. Yes. And then I looked through my quest log. It's like, oh, I've got the Orban Monastery quest, but I haven't actually done the Orban Monastery. It's like, I don't know why I haven't done it. And I don't know why I thought I had done it, but I hadn't done it. So I was in the same position that I'm sure a lot of people were when the patch notes were released. It's like, oh yeah, you've got to have got the last of the Ivalice raids done. It's like, that's an amazing outfit. It's like, yeah, I haven't done that, so I've just had to do the Orban Monastery, which took about an hour and 10 minutes, something like that, because there were an awful lot of people in the raids, surprise, surprise, who hadn't done it before. I went in on Scholar. Not entirely sure why I did that. I thought that healer would be a faster queue time than DPS or tank. I was probably right with the tank. It was only a 5-6 minute queue because, again, a lot of people are having to do this. So, now that I have done it, let's get rid of the chat window. You don't need that. It's behind me anyway. Where's the quest giver gone? He's there. So this is... I didn't even say what I'm doing, did I? This is the new Relic questline. I am notoriously awful. Really, really bad at keeping up to date with the Relic quest. Obviously, I've got all of the stages of this one, which was the Heavens Ward one, I think. But I haven't been to any of the 4.0 Relic stuff. I haven't been to, is it Eureka or whatever it is? I've literally not done the quest, let alone step foot there, which is a shame actually, because I do quite like the look of some of the fancy glowy Relic armor bits and pieces, but no, not done any of them. I figured with this one I'd at least start it and see what it's like. I mean, it could be trash, I don't know. Just before we begin, however, I'm going to get some more light on the subject. More light. Okay. Chitin. Hail to the Queen. Judging by the look of relief on Chitin's face, you have saved him a great deal of time. That's how I roll. Milady, what auspicious timing. I intended to send a missive to the Rising Stones, but it seems that it is no longer necessary. Master Hancock wishes to speak with you regarding a matter of grave import. I can but imagine what other duties yet demand your attention. Still, he would request you to meet him at the Ruby Bazaar at your earliest convenience. Oh, Hancock. I do find it quite interesting that in terms of choices, they have chosen to return us to the previous expansions areas for this. Greetings, honoured madam. Will you be entering the Ruby Bazaar offices? Yes, I will. I think I missed a syllable out there again. Ruby Bazaar. Ruby Bazaar. I am bizarre. I don't know what I'm saying. Hancock! I can't remember what voice I do for Hancock. Oh, I don't do a voice because I haven't done Stormblood, have I? Ah, so she returns at last. From what Tattoo has told me, you've come rather a long way, to put it mildly. And while the Scions remain locked in slumber, she sought aid from all corners of the realm. In fact, it was I to whom she first turned when searching for a champion to assist her in your absence. Though, as you have no doubt surmised, I did not call you here to discuss such matters. I have received word from Lord Hien that the Demajen resistance, our comrades in the Eastern Alliance, seek the aid of distinguished heroes in their fight against the Empire, and naturally, your name immediately sprang to mind. The Demajen resistance, you say? Indeed. From a small nation found in the southern reaches of Ilsabard to the west of Dalmasca, they were no doubt among the first to fall to the Empire. That's where the what's-her-faces are from. The lion people. What they're called? Ronso. Hrothgar. Them. Yes. The Hrothgar. That's where they're from. I think. And I think I know this because I've done a chunk of the Gunbreaker quests, but not all of them. Yet it would seem their hearts have yet to give way to despair. And with the Empire now in disarray, they would seize the opportunity to fight back. If you would know the details in full, I think it best you speak with Lord Hien. His endless list of commitments make him a hard man to find, however, so perhaps you can have one of your attendants at the House of the Fierce track him down for you. I can do that. Or I could just follow the quest markers. House of the Fierce is a teleport destination. So that makes things easy. Oh, I did not need to fly for that. I sensed my mark to the northeast. Greetings, my lady. Lord Hien has been expecting you. When word reached us from the Demajen resistance, Lord Hien knew at once there was but one woman to whom he could turn. He left the coattails not long ago. The view of Doma Castle helps to calm his mind. This way, if you please. Where am I going? I think. Bum, 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 bum. Ba, 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 ba. It's been a while since I've done anything on Orthod. Meow. This chocobo has bunny ears. This way, atop the broken bridge. He will be most glad for your arrival. Ba-ba-da-bum-bum-bum. Ah, Yogiri! Are we going to get voice acting for this? It is 0.25 content, so possibly not. Hi, guys! We're not. Do you remember when first we shared a view of this castle together? Still under the Guardian's control, perhaps, yet for all their wickedness, its beauty would not be so easily sullied. Nod. It is good to see you, my friend. You must forgive me for forgoing pleasantries, but our guest here is in dire need of your help. Marsak, of the Demajen Resistance. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. Nod. As you have no doubt already heard from Lord Hien, my people seek to reclaim our homeland from the Empire. Under his auspices and that of the Orsian Alliance, we aim to do just that. However, we recently received word that the 4th Imperial Legion has been making plans of their own. It has long held the provinces of Nangsha. I still can't remember how to pronounce that. I think it's Nangsha, Dalmasca, and Boja in an iron grip, using its Dalmascan headquarters to house the bulk of its forces. Until recently, that is. They appear to be diverting resources and manpower to their forces stationed in Boja. In fact, 3 battalions are en route as we speak. We thought perhaps to strike before they can assemble, but the Bojan resistance lacks the means to drive them off on its own. Aid from the Dalmascan resistance groups may have sufficed. Sadly, even Fran of Lentis Tears have been unable to bring an end to their infighting. All hope is not lost, however, for Lord Hien has made a most intriguing proposal. Oh? An idea not my own, I must confess. We have our old friend Gosetsu to thank. As the Empire tightened its grip on Doma, our people were at a crossroads. Could they lay down and surrender, or stand up and fight? I shall close my eyes randomly. You sought me out that I could become the spark that lit the fire of rebellion. The same must be done for the Bojans. They require a standard under which they can rally, a symbol of hope, to steel them for what is to come. Lacking a living figurehead such as Lord Hien, my comrades and I looked to our nation's past for inspiration. There we found the answer we sought, Gunnhildr's blades. They were the elite guard of Queen Gunnhildr, possessed of weapons blessed by the gods. Their exploits would become legend after defending our people against the Allagans in the Third Astral Era. The strength of their steel was matched only by their dedication to the Queen. Should one lose their life in her service, their holy blade was then passed on to a successor. In time, their title would lend itself to the most renowned of their weaponry, the Gunblade. In truth, each member of her guard was master of a unique weapon. Though these sacred relics have been lost to time, I would see them forged anew. Armed thus, our people would know no fear and drive back our oppressors, just as Queen Gunnhildr did the Allagans. An admittedly lofty and otherwise unattainable goal for one such as I, which is why I have travelled far and wide in search of great minds and greater heroes who might lend us their aid. We would be honoured to have one of your renown at our side. Bow. Nod. Flex. We value the Bojan's commitment to the cause, and I would see their plans come to fruition. Unfortunately, duty demands that I remain here. I could not in good conscience leave knowing the Empire yet threatens the border to Alamigo. Should you choose to accompany him to Boja, might I ask you also act as a representative of the Eastern Alliance in my stead? Oh, no, fist punching! Yay! It's been a while. Thank you, my friend. If there is aught else you require of the Eastern Alliance, you need only ask. A lot of cash. Safe travels to you both. Nod. Nod. Hiya, Geary. Nod. And off we walk. Oh, fist punching? It's been a while. Been a lot of nodding and kind of chest tapping. Oh, Marsak is here. An airship to our base has been prepared for us at the Enclave's dock. I hope to see you there soon. Tier 8 materia. When you have finished your preparations, meet me at the dock and we can be on our way. What is this chocobo? Oh, that's a ruby weapon one. Clearly. I'm a little bit behind on Final Fantasy XIV, as I often tend to in the aftermath of a big-ass content patch, because, well, you know, I do a lot of YouTubing. Where am I going? Oh, all the way over here. Normally, this is the kind of thing that I'd speed up, but I really like this piece of music. It's very Asian-inspired, and it's very calming. And I like calming pieces of music, especially at a time when, let's be honest, the world is not very calm. There is stuff going on. Bad stuff. Meow. That, this manor here, I still have not done any of the quests in. really bad with that. Meow. Mercantile dicks? No. No mercantile dicks. Mercantile docks. Skipper. All are free to travel in and out of the Enclave. Do you seek passage? Yes. Oh, I could have teleported to the Enclave. My Enclave, incidentally, is complete. I actually did it. I did the whole thing. And I don't think I've been back here since. Right, Marsak. No. Our destination is Gangos, the Resistance's present base of operations. To ensure we remain unnoticed by the Empire, this ship is one of the few permitted to travel twixt Dome and the other provinces. Should you have need to travel to Gangos in the future, I ask you come here to do so. Coming aboard, miss. Yes, very Asian, that one. But I'm going to try not to insult anybody by appropriating any kind of Asian stereotype accents. Still got some texture flickering. I always wonder, is that my computer or is that just a universal thing? Just on the top of my monitor. It's another thing I need to do. Have a bit of a dust whilst we're in lockdown. Ah, a pleasant little fishing village. Nod. I saw you nodding. Saw me nodding, rather. This is interesting music. Wow. Hello. That we should play host to the liberator of Doma and Alamigo herself. I did not think you could be persuaded to help us. Bashaljan? Bashaljan. Leader of the Bojan Resistance. Not the best choice for the job, if I'm to be frank, but I will bear the title all the same. Bow. This is a nice piece of music. I wonder if this is a reference to another Final Fantasy game that I potentially have not played. Don't know. Bloody hell's man, you won't inspire much confidence speaking like that. Oh, gold. Who let you in? Haha, you're quite right, Master Geralt. While you're here, won't you come and welcome our guest? Huh? What in the 7Ls are you doing here? Eorzea's greatest hero and her finest blacksmith. Really? Geralt? With the two of you here, our plan is sure to succeed. Would that Queen Gunnhildr were here to witness this. Let's have a quiet moment with Geralt. Oi, Demajen, just between us, I'm only here to pay off my debts to that black-hearted snake Rowena. She's been selling supplies to the Resistance, and they happened to mention they were in need of a smithy. So she went and told them I'm the greatest bleeding smithy in the realm, with skills that'll put Birregott himself to shame. Can't rightly say I'm even up for what she claimed, but I'll do my damnedest. Be happy to ply with good grub and even better booze, so play along, will you? At least he's consistent. I would actually, however, like a little bit of character development for Geralt over the course of the quests. Now that you're both here, I believe it is time our plan has been made clear. Messiah? Missia? Not. Yes, of course. Our plan is to reforge the weapons wielded by Gunnhildr's blades. Simple in principle, less so in execution. The weapons themselves and most of the text denoting the history of Her Majesty and her guard were lost to the devastation of the Fourth Umbral Calamity. Is that the water one? That said, we've managed to obtain certain pieces of information, and coupled with Master Geralt's knowledge and expertise, we've made great strides in reproducing these vaunted blades of Eld. Oh, we worked out the manner of weapons they wielded, the shape and weight, even the materials needed from my forge. But we've learned bugger about what gives them spirits. Anima? It is said Queen Gunnhildr etched a holy inscription into each blade, thus granting them the power of the gods. Unfortunately, no records of any such engravings remain, but there is still hope. They're naught but pale imitations. There once existed replicas which may very well have borne these inscriptions. Alas, they were lost when Bosher Citadel fell. I think I know where we're going to have to go. Do you know of the Bosher incident? I think I do, but I don't recall it in detail. Did what's his face on the Gunbreaker quest tell us about it? That a worldly adventurer such as yourself would know this is no surprise. If I may, I would share the tragic tale of our homeland, even though you've just told me you know of it. 15 summers past, the Garleans were conducting experiments, seeking a means to make contact with the lesser moon Enamoured. They believed the satellite to be possessed of immense power, and a lunar transmitter was erected in the hopes of harnessing it. But when the transmitter was activated and the signal sent, Enamoured responded with an immense blast of raw energy. The destruction wrought defied reckoning. Yes, it blew everything up. The citadel, the relics of Queen Gunnhildr's kingdom, naught was left but smoke and ash. Hope ain't lost yet, though. The citadel's been wiped off the bloody map, aye, but there's still a way for us to find those inscriptions, or so I've been told. An explanation better left to one far more knowledgeable than I. I do like this music. Oh, it's her! Whose name I've also forgotten, despite having just done the Evilist raid. She's one of the thingy scholars. Mount is unavailable in this location. Mikoto, that's it. It's good to see you again, Demajen. Though I'd hoped to accomplish more before your arrival. I'm sure your help will be as invaluable now as it was aboard the Prima Vista. You are far too kind. If not for your heroism, Rams Van Alma would have... Sob, there. Comforts. / comforts. From the onset of our endeavour, it was abundantly clear that one verse in etherology would be essential. We relayed this to the Alliance, who then introduced us to Mikoto. She is said to be one of the most brilliant minds among the students of Baldessian. And yet it is my ineptitude that demands your presence here. I was all but certain that Geralt and I alone would suffice in this. Alas. Ahem. The matter she speaks of concerns a long-forgotten practice of the holy men who once inhabited these lands. Utilizing uniquely aspected crystals, these seers were able to provide succor for those with ailments of the mind. They possess the ability to shape their very memories, removing those deemed harmful, and replacing them that the patient may find some semblance of peace. That doesn't sound good. I too dismissed the notion that such practices could exist. That is, until a recent excavation unearthed compelling evidence of their work. The crystals, we believe, were used in their healing. Unfortunately, we were unable to discern how they are meant to be used. It was at this juncture that we petitioned for Mikoto's assistance. Well, lass, made any progress? My initial analysis suggests the crystals were artificially created at some point in the distant past. The materials used suggest they were most likely produced by the ancestral peoples of this area. What's more, their etheric signature is strikingly similar to the oscillatory activity of brain waves, which, when made to resonate with the distinct frequency NLR-type harmonic vibrations of individuals... I've done it again, haven't I? I think a simpler approach is not. Every living being is comprised of corporeal ether of the flesh, incorporeal ether of the soul, and the ethereal residue of their memories. Were one to be possessed of only corporeal ether, they would be but a walking corpse. Conversely, entities comprised of only incorporeal ether are referred to in layman's terms as ghosts. In either case, they may also retain some of their residual memories. Aye, zombies and ghosts, I follow. These crystals are able to isolate and resonate with the ethereal signature of memories. They allow the seers to probe the minds of their patients. That's all well and good, lass, but what if their mind ain't what it used to be? Or they was too deep in the cups to remember what you're looking for? Not that I'd have any experience with that. An excellent question, Master Geralt. We're all possessed of two types of memory, explicit and implicit. As the name suggests, explicit memories refer to an active remembrance of a previous experiences, while implicit memories are acquired and stored passively. For example, when making a new acquaintance, their appearance will become part of your explicit memory, allowing you to recall that information. Should a great deal of time pass without meeting, however, such recollection can prove difficult. Yet, in that moment, your mind also takes record of the sounds and smells of the location, the temperature, and so on. Perhaps a demonstration will better explain this phenomenon. Don't we need some sort of spell? Thankfully, that will not be necessary. Oh yeah, of course. We got the echo. When I was first told of the seers and their practices, I was immediately reminded of your ability to peer into the past. Blink. I believe these people were blessed with a similar gift, and it is for that reason they were chosen to serve as seers. Though I too am possessed with the echo, I lack the ability to peer into the past, as you do, and thus have been unable to wield the power of these crystals. That's why we called you here. It's a good job we agreed to it then. Until now I could do naught but posit theories. With your help, however, I may now put them to the proof. Sweet! And you, Master Geralt, shall be my first test subject. I should go and have a look around this area and see how big it is. I don't think it's going to be particularly big at all. Demajen, I would like you to recall the last time you experienced the echo. Concentrate on that feeling. Master Geralt, I need you to recall a memory of your past. It may be anything you like. You better not go poking around in there, digging up something unsavoury like you, lass. Yeah. Please, Master Geralt, focus. Oh, this is going to be hilariously uncomfortable. And... Huh? Either it hasn't worked, or we're in memory land. This is most unexpected and handy. For reasons I cannot yet explain, it appears the echo has allowed me to accompany you into his memory. Thus we can have a narrator, because we can't speak. Oh, God. You're a skilled smith, Geralt. There's no denying that, but you hold money about as well as your liquor. Well, what bloody good is money if you can't spend it? Man has to live a little, Rowena. These two need to get a room. Aye, and it wouldn't hurt for a man to use his head, neither. With all that talent of yours, I reckon you could have amassed a small fortune by now. Could have been you sitting on the syndicate instead of Godbert. As if I ever want to be anything like that doddering old half-dress. Didn't realise my memory was so sharp. As you can see, implicit memory is surprisingly comprehensive. From the clear skies and ocean waves down to the exact words of your conversation, everything appears to have been perfectly preserved. Yeah, you weren't listening to that, were you? Yes, yes we were. Every time someone gives you the good advice, you turn around and do the complete sodden opposite. I used to like that rebellious streak of yours, but now I just see you're a bloody idiot. I see. I don't know what I ever saw in you. Whatever it is you think you saw, as if I've changed since then. And you haven't neither. Still as beautiful as the day we met. Oh. Whoa, hold on a minute. I ain't never said anything like that. I swear I'm a last mug of ale. Implicit memories, while quite comprehensive, are not always true to fact. In the case of painful or otherwise undesirable experiences, they can be obfuscated to protect oneself from hard truths. Our perception of reality can also distort them as well, even when first committed to the mind. Then as time passes, such distortions can grow. Happy memories become more joyous, sad ones all the more bitter. Explicit memory is particularly sensitive to such misrepresentations of events, for man is wont to remember what is most convenient for his worldview. That is why we seek the implicit, for there we are most like to find the truth. Is this some weird fantasy? The truth? Rowena and me weren't here a week ago. Tell me my memory's that bleeding unreliable. Self-imposed delusion, perhaps. As I said before, the mind has ways of concealing painful memories. Aww. Rowena and Geralt sitting in a tree. Forging. Ugh. He looks traumatized. I ain't feeling so well, if you'll excuse me. Run away! As you can see, these crystals allow us to choose specific points in a person's past to observe at will. Unlike the echo, however, what we see will not always be as it really was. Yet there still remains the matter of finding one who has seen the replica weapons in their inscriptions. At this present juncture, we might as well be looking for a ghost. After the Garlean invasion of Beaujeu, it was all but cut off from the world. None were allowed in or out, meaning all of its residents, and likely any who may have glimpsed the weapons, died when the citadel was destroyed. What about soldiers stationed there who were away at the time of the incidents? Bah! Even if we were able to find them, I doubt they could be persuaded to cooperate. Ah! What? Whoa! Cid? No! Please, Lord Varys, no! Huh? That was not the echo. That was... You saw it too. My visions, they are not of what has come to pass, but what is yet to be. Could it be the crystal allowed us to share my vision as well? Mikoto? Demajen? Are you two alright? So she glimpses the future. Cid Garland? Son of the monster behind the Meteor Project? He nod. Come to think of it, Yugiri mentioned that Doma and the Eorzean Alliance have been receiving support from Garland Ironworks. I thought that the company should use such a moniker mere happenstance, but you mean to say Cid Garland owns this company? The son of Midas Nan Garland lives. He must be summoned at once. If he was at the Citadel prior to its destruction, it's quite possible he may have seen the replicas. Fate is indeed a cruel mistress, pinning our hopes on a Garlean, the get of that bastard Midas, no less. Is there truly no other way? Cid's a freaking hero. Please. Ugh. Very well. I only hope our fallen comrades can forgive us. Please, bring us this Cid Garland for the people of Boja, for all of Ilsabard. Yeah, it makes sense that they would not trust Cid. Okay, begging. Of course, we know Cid very, very well. He's helped us out many and many a time. He is a good man and a top bloke. Speak with Bajra. I do not imagine he sympathizes with our plight, but from what I gather, he has no love for the Empire either. If that will suffice in persuading him to aid us, then so be it. I hear there are engineers stationed at Ralga's Reach. Perhaps you can begin your search for Garland there. How do we get back here? From the docks in the Enclave, I guess. Ooh, that's an expensive teleport. Bam, 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 bam. An ironworks engineer. Yo! That's my formal greeting. Yo. Say, aren't you Demajen, savior of Eorzea, liberator of Alamigo, so on and so forth? The name's Lila. Lilia? Newest recruit to the Ironworks. What can I do for you? Looking for Cid. The chief. Too busy by half, according to Jesse. Between you and me, though, I think that's a load of... speak to Dell? Oh, do go on. A load of what? Oh, I was just saying what a load off your shoulders it must be. No, the chief is back from whatever he was doing. Speaking of whom, Demajen said she wanted to speak with him about... What was it again? God damn it, Lilia. You might hear better than most, but you're a terrible listener. Would you mind starting again from the beginning? Well, there was this thing and this what system. We need to do this bizarre thing, what weirdness. I see. Well, you just missed him. Serious wall is due for maintenance and he had a mind to oversee it personally. That said, any matters concerning you are our top priority. I'll see if I can reach him. Hold on. Cid has spoken to us via link pearl multiple times. Can we not just give him a ring? I take it this is an average day for you? Must be hard always having to put on a brave face as you're thrust into danger. People tugging you this way and that like some sort of errand girl. Oops. Oops, shite. Not that we don't appreciate something. I'm something of a fan. I knew the Ironworks worked with you on occasion, but I didn't think I'd have the chance to meet you in person. Can I shake your hand? No, social distancing. Well, yeah, Cid being back took a load off of my shoulders, not yours. Don't you have work to do? Oh, right. Work. Duty calls. But hopefully we'll meet again soon. I suspect we will. Because they've created a rather bizarre visual appearance for her. Chief says he'll meet you at the Dome Enclave. Not the most convenient of locations, but it'll have to do, I'm afraid. Nod. One more thing. The Boju incident's something of a sore spot for the Chief. Even if it was an accident, most people outside the Empire remember it as a massacre. The Chief tried to put a stop to his father's experiment, but his pleas fell on deaf ears. Even now he still blames himself for it all. I should have tried harder, he'd say. I could have saved him. I could have saved all of them. All that genius, and the man can't find a way to forgive himself. Cid? So, if you're aiming to go digging through his past, be careful. I dread to think what demons he's got locked away in that brain of his. Hello, Lilia. She's tough as Magitek armor plating when she wants to be, but her heart's in the right place. A shame she's always so busy. As are you, if I'm not mistaken. I won't keep you any longer. Best of luck. The Boja incidents. The Ironworks engineer is confused as to why you are still here and not at the Dome Enclave. The Chief said he'd be meeting you at the Dome Enclave, didn't he? Well, best not keep him waiting. True. Can't I just teleport straight there? Yes, I can. I knew I'd attuned to an etherite there. It'll probably make us go outside and come back in, though, won't it? Well, considering we've only really done, what, one quest, that's taken us a good chunk of time. Master Garland? Yes, I've seen him restlessly pacing around the Enclave. If you wait here, I'm sure he'll come by before long. Speak of the devil. Hi, Cid. He's got a very kind of succinct wave, hasn't he, Cid? It's hard to believe this place was, until recently, occupied by the Garleans. There was a long way to go before it regains its former glory, but they're off to a good start. Yes, thanks to me. Ah, so I've heard. If the Bojans wish to follow the Domer's lead, I plan to do what I can to help them. In fact, I've already spoken to Lord Hien and agreed to divert part of the Ironworks resources to assist in Domer's reconstruction. The offer seemed to have taken him by surprise, but I assured him that in addition to the Ironworks' commitment to freedom through technology, I have my own reasons to reverse the destruction wrought by the Empire. While it's true that I eventually defected, I played no small part in the development of Magitek now used by their military. Sometimes just threads you can't see that have the strongest ties. Would that I could cut them. The Empire's sins aren't yours to bear. Even so, not a day goes by that I don't think about the part I played in the atrocities they committed. If I could have made my father see reason, there would have been no Boja incidents. But I was powerless to stop him. What was that emote? Yes, you're right. There's a time for wallowing in self-pity like Alphino does, and a time for action. I plan to do whatever I can for the Demajen resistance, but they're up against the 4th Legion. If they're to stand a chance, their allies here in the east won't be enough. They're going to need all the help they can muster. Well, who leads the 4th? I'm not entirely sure what part I'll have to play in all of this, and I doubt anything I do now will be enough to atone for my mistakes. But if it means throwing a spanner in the Empire's works, then count me in. Fist punching, yes. Fist punching? Palm punching. We're back. Upon speaking with Makoto, several cutscenes will play in sequence. In that case, I shall pour myself another drink. Proceed and speak with Makoto. Yarp. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.